We are a mostly Cat 1-2 team that is currently registered to race on the USA CRITS circuit.
I saw that. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's a big deal, man.
That's a big deal, yes.
That's a huge deal.
Yes.
Talk about that. How does that even work? Do you have to apply? I don't know. Do you have to apply?
Yeah,
do you get
technically
invited?
they have to choose you.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, I was contemplating getting into USA CRITS. We had a good team that could be competitive. But then I backtrack and I'm like, oh, we're not ready. And then last year...
What made you think you're not ready?
So to give you let's go backwards a little bit. We are not a professional team. We are an amateur team. We're a team of hardworking husbands, wives, parents, that we just do this for fun, but a competitive fun. So we put in the work that is necessary to be competitive and to win, but this is not our profession. We don't nap after a training session in the morning. We have to grind in the sense of we have to go work out, do the training, get dressed, get your kids to school or clock in, work for 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever your job demands, and then clock out. And some of them train again, or some of them have to do their parenting and then jump again on the bike, or just simply go to bed as late as possible and do it again the next day. So with that said, USA CRIT is mostly a professional forum for cycling teams. And I say mostly because there's teams that are smaller that are also in the same boat as we are. But I want to be competitive. I want to be there. And I know it's really hard to win. But I want to take a team that is ready to give it all and possibly have that little chance of winning. And I think that this year, finally, after a couple of years, we have that possibility of winning. Whether we win or not, we have a good chance.
So how did it come about when you connect with USA CRITS? Is it you reaching out to them? Is it them reaching out to you?
We reach out to them because we had the interest of becoming a part of the calendar. I think November or so, and we reach out to them. It was back and forward. We were literally on the waiting list.
And what do they evaluate? The riders?
They evaluate the riders, the teams. At the end, you have to pay like everything else, entry fee,
right,
and other requirements. But they do evaluate the teams. They want to make sure that the team that comes are teams that are going to be very involved with their brand, USA CRIT, and also they are able to be competitive and put on a show. Because at the end, that's what the spectators are waiting for, to have an aggressive and fast race, right, each and every race. So yeah, after I think late January, they finally allow us to be a part of the calendar. We were, like I said, we were in the waiting list. It was the longest 2 weeks of my life because once you commit to it, then you really want to make it happen. If if it happened, it happens. If it doesn't, it's fine. But once you commit to actually coming through and joining the calendar and the other teams, then that waiting time becomes so long. But we got a call from Scott at USA CRITS, and it's actually a great thing because at the same time they offer us an opportunity to bring along a women's team, which we are doing.
Extra sweet.
Which is extra sweet with Valentina, Valeria, Erica, and all those girls that are strong and are putting a great word for
diabetes.
For diabetes, for women cycling, to bring more girls into cycling. And we have a couple of more riders that are joining us, one from Jacksonville and one from Indianapolis, that will join the squad in USA CRITS.
So how does, now that you're on the calendar for USA CRITS, does that change the dynamic of, you know, like how you guys operate as a team at all, or is it still you're going to continue? Obviously, you got to work and do the family life thing that you were talking about, but in terms of training and anything like that, does that change at all, or do you continue with how you guys are doing? Because I mean, obviously, you felt strong enough to enter and compete. Like
it changes because it puts more pressure on the athletes. One thing, and although competitive, and regardless whether we go into a local race or a state race or a regional race, we always want to be performing. We want to perform our best. But as you know, in training, you have to determine what is your A race, your B race, and your C race, because your body will only adapt to the training. You won't be on your peak all the time. And with this, with adding USA CRITS to the calendar, it makes us reshuffle a little bit what are our priorities in regards to training. And not me, because I'm a cat too, so I will be on the sidelines. But the riders that are going to be in the USA team squad, they have to determine what's priority for them.
Who's on that? It's all Cat 1 riders.
Cat 1 riders. We got Sebastian Cano. We got Justin Boldy. We got Owen Schott from Jacksonville. We got Tony Baca from Colorado. We got Will Jessup. He's from Orlando. Hunley Nash. He's from Georgia. Who am I missing? Alex Gill here from Miami. Luis David Rivera. He's from Puerto Rico. Am I missing someone? I hope so.